Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So I thought I'd do a bit of a flight here for you guys and let you know some info, and this will actually be as well my final review on this JJRC H26 Quactoper. Things that I'm happy to report: it's still running great. Did have a gyro issue, straightened that out pretty quick though, and which is nice. The programming is in the manual, although the manual does say to move the sticks to the left, but they show the diagram to the right, so you move them to the right actually, not the left. But ever since then everything's been perfect, and the blades are loosening up quite nicely now, so very happy with that. So let's take her up. So there's a bit of a wind out here right now, but it's still pretty stable. I'm definitely going to pick up the camera for this thing, because I'd really like to try the camera that's actually made for it. And there are ways apparently to get rid of the jello on that one too. I've been watching some other YouTubers on some of the little tricks they've been doing with it, and it does work quite well. I did put up a video on my channel if you haven't seen it yet. I had put my Mobius camera on the quad, zip tied it and Velcro, and went on well, and a little bit of jello, but not too shabby. I still haven't fully range tested this thing, but on a rough guess I've had her up at least a good 400 feet, and it does well. I don't think I want to push it much more than that though. Controls really well. It's a very smooth flyer. The noise is getting lesser all the time, and the mesh is breaking in. And all I did was take a little tiny bit of sandpaper just to take basically the little edges, just smooth them over a bit on the tips of the plastic spur on each blade, and a little bit of oil, and flying the hell out of it. This is probably about my 15th or 16th flight since I got it, and like I said, it's a great flyer. It's definitely well worth the money, and there's a lot of places you can buy it from. This one came from Lightake, and I believe it was somewhere around $83 or $86 Canadian. Definitely worth the money for sure. It is a bit of a big quad, so definitely not for your first time ever quadcopter. But if you've already got some quadcopter experience, definitely a good upgrade. If you've already flown something that's a bit smaller, like the WL Toys 212 quad, if you've flown at least up to that size category, you will have a very easy transition into this one. Now, I'm in the third rate now, and this is the yaw rate you get, which is not too bad. You know, could be a little quicker, but she'll get up and stand up on end really well. And you will find that when you're flying in the wind, things are going to get a little bit sluggy. Not much, but a bit. But hey, you're fighting the wind, and it's not exactly a really heavy quad either, but it's not really light. And I'm easily getting 7 minutes of flight time out of this thing, especially now that the gear mesh has been breaking in quite well. I'm still not overly crazy about these Christmas tree dancing lights for night flying, but as long as you keep your eyes on that flashing red and blue blinker, at least you know where your rear end is at night, and so it does help make things a lot easier. Also, if you haven't checked on my channel yet, I do have a video where I've been doing a little bit of extreme flying with this thing and really pushing it. And you might want to check that one out too. Tight flips, very tight flips on this thing. This is probably one of the tightest flipping quads I've flown yet. Most others I've flown and flipped, they usually drop to earth quite a bit and then recover. This one's extremely fast. There's some nice tight funnels too. Like that's really nice and tight. And there is the low voltage warning. You get almost a minute once that warning kicks in. So, pretty darn good quad. Like I said, highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.